we are recording.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Sports are playing in the background, and I'm trying to get you to pay attention to me. This is real life. Welcome to Regular Girls.
I'm paying attention. I'm in.
So here's the thing, guys and gals. Thank you for listening. Guess what? Renee is on her honeymoon.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And with that, we are joined by my favorite vacation destination, Brendan Halloran.
Your favorite guy with obviously no plans ever.
No plans. Either of us.
Well, we're busier these days.
Brendan Halloran is here, everyone, as you know.
We are busier these days.
My lovely husband. Happy honeymoon, Renee and John.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Jealous. I'm jealous.
I thought you were going to say happy honeymoon anniversary, and I was like, oh, God, is it?
No, it's not their anniversary.
No, I was talking about you and me.
No.
And I was like, people don't celebrate their honeymoon anniversary.
Oh, my God. I bet you
someone does.
I bet you there are.
Yeah.
It's like push presents and stuff is becoming a thing.
What's that?
It's like women get a gift because they've given birth, which I'm behind 1,000%, but it is a new thing that women
Well, you've
are.
done something to earn it, obviously.
Absolutely. You've ruined your body. The least you could do is get a gift.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, we're jumping right into the pod. I'm going to say that I found a Victorian ring on Instagram today, and I've been trying to force Brendan to buy it for me for
You just sent me a
Christmas.
picture of a ring, and you were like, look at this.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Sure. It's like $2,300, though, too.
That's absolutely not the case. It's a Black Friday sale. It's $1,700.
Oh, what a steal.
Literally, what a steal. She said it herself.
In Canadian, so you know there are going to be some HST on that.
I will be posting that photo as promotion for this podcast. Cassidy Vintage. Follow her.
Also, I just find it, here's what I also find baffling, because we're just getting right into it, is that if you were to complain, let's say you were to complain about your engagement ring
Sure, which I
and
did.
wedding ring.
Yeah.
What's the number one thing you complain about? That it's not yellow gold.
I love yellow gold.
You love yellow gold.
I love yellow gold.
Through
and through.
What have I been hearing about since day one, since you got your ring? I love it, but I like yellow gold. Why did you give me this? I like yellow gold.
I have never said, why did you get me this? Your mother listens to this podcast.
Does she?
I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so. But you infer that.
It's fun to infer.
Yeah. And then so what do you do? What do you send me today?
A white gold 1920s Victorian ring.
Your ring is an antique.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I can also love beautiful things that are also...
I just find it so funny that you're like, oh, yes, and I would like a ring. And that ring
guys,
is not yellow gold. And so I'm like, well, what are we even talking about then?
And everyone listening, this is a real fight.
This is a real fight?
This is what I love about you coming on the pod, is that we have real fights on this thing.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about things for real.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about things for fun.
Yeah, this is not an actual fight.
Can I talk about something that really happened to me tonight? Because we are recording this late at night.
Yeah.
As you are home from work.
I'm home from work a little bit early because I got to fly out in the morning.
It's got to fly out for work. Work.
Wort.
As Rihanna says.
Wort. Yeah, she says wort.
So I did a show, and to celebrate, because I'm on a diet, I decided to get some pizza. And you didn't talk me out of it, so I went and got it. Walk-in special $8.99. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
So I walked.
Did you sit there the whole time while they made it?
Yeah. And there was two queens, as I call them, two ladies who have had a bev or two, or three or four or five, or six or seven.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I watched them both eat, and I am not kidding, because what does it take to get a walk-in special? 15, 20 minutes? 15? They each had, and I am not exaggerating, 5 slices of pizza each. I watched them eat it.
Did they order a pizza and then they each ate half of it, or did they
No.
get 5 window slices each?
5 window slices each, and they kept
Now
getting
is
up.
that cut down the middle? You know how they
No.
usually cut down a slice down the middle?
No, because I was trying to explain it to you, but you weren't letting me explain it to you. They would get up, stumble, knock something over, and then order another slice. Then go sit back down. Then go pick up their slice.
5 each.
5 each. They would order them and the other girl a slice, and then the other one would take a turn. And they were eating all these pizzas, and then they took 4 slices to go. The friend knocked over a bunch of the pizza sauce jars that were there on display. The other friend got mad at the other one being embarrassing. They got in a fight in the middle of the Pizza Nova. They took the 4 slices of pizza and then they were fighting across the street ordering Ubers, different Ubers. They were supposed to go home together and they weren't.
Right.
It was a night that those two women had, and they were beautiful and drunk as all hell.
Things can turn like that in an
Things
instant.
can turn. But I've never seen two people just chow down. And they were getting up going, I want that one now.
Right. You don't know how you've looked, though.
And that's the thing. I have for sure probably looked like that ordering a pizza, where you're trying to hold it together and you're like, sir, I'll just have a pepperoni slicer.
Which one's the freshest?
Yeah. When you're drunk, you ask like what you feel to be the most adult questions available.
Excuse me, which one's the freshest here?
Yeah. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
But when you see drunk people trying to not be drunk and trying to like be orderly,
you always say
it's
that
tough.
that's the key to playing. If you are to play a drunk person on stage, the key is that they don't think that they're drunk.
No.
And they're trying to prove that they aren't.
People who play drunk who are acting like they're drunk, mistake. No one who is ever drunk acts like they're drunk. Mm-hmm. That's what makes them annoying. That's what makes drunk people annoying is they don't think they're drunk.
Right.
Excuse me, sir. I also paid to be in this club. That's not my vomit. You don't know. It's never like, I've had too much. And then it's like, you've had too much to drink. And then they get upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hate me.
You hate me. It's because I can't have any fun around you, Mark. What a nightmare.
Mark.
I'm just going to jump right in.
I thought we've been jumping right in.
No, to our first sponsor.
Oh, okay.
Because we got a couple sponsors this episode.
Fantastic.
Are you feeling a little sweaty about having to talk about sponsors?
Oh, do I have to talk about them?
No, you
you don't want me to do anything about that.
But I will talk about this sponsor, and you will understand it because we've been through it. I want to talk about our first sponsor, Zola, which is the wedding company that will do anything for love. Isn't that nice?
I would expect nothing less.
Exactly. They are reinventing the wedding planning and registry experience to make the happiest moment in couples' lives even happier. From engagement to wedding and decorating your first home, Zola is there combining compassionate customer service with modern tools and technology. Doesn't that sound nice?
Sounds great.
Okay, so why choose Zola? Zola, it's free, it's easy to use, and fun, which is true. I checked out the website because they told me to. And it was amazing.
And it's fun.
Having gone through wedding registry, which we have, it can be a nightmare. It's just
We just didn't know what to do. We barely even had one.
Exactly. So this is super, super, super easy, guys. Zola is reinventing the wedding registry and planning process to make the happiest moment in your life even happier. There's over 300,000 couples who have used it, which is incredible.
That's 600,000 people.
Couples.
Yeah.
Look at Brendan doing math. So the Zola registry has everything you love about your favorite department stores, plus things like honeymoon funds, which is incredible. Mm-hmm. And I highly suggest
Renee's.
Too late for her. She's already paid for it and gone on. Fitness classes, wine subscriptions. Can I get remarried and have that? Yes, please. There's over 500 top brands and 50,000 gifts, experiences, and cash funds available. It's super easy to use, and it's easy to use for your guests because God knows your Aunt Margaret or your mom is like, what's the internet? What are these buttons? It's actually super, super easy to use. You can do group gifting features, which lets multiple guests contribute to big ticket gifts, which absolutely sign me up. That's the easiest thing for a wedding. And you can personalize your registry with photos and notes about why you're coveting certain gifts, which I think is super important. So you can let people know what you need and why you need it, which is fantastic. Zola has a free suite of wedding planning tools, including free wedding websites, which is insane. We had a wedding website. It is so key.
It is
I think
super useful to have
so
and
useful.
fun to do.
And fun to do. We had fun.
Yeah.
And it justifies your engagement shoot.
It's just another place to dump those engagement
You
photos.
got to dump those photos somewhere.
Yeah.
A couple's Zola registry automatically integrates into their Zola wedding website so guests can seamlessly shop and get all the details in one place, which is great because we didn't have that.
No.
So if we had our website and our registry connected, it would have been incredible.
No, we had everything all spread out over multiple things. We had no idea what was going on.
What a nightmare. So I'm telling you guys, Go check out Zola. It's the best. The full site is super easy to use, and I'm telling you, your guests and your family will find it very easy too. You can maximize your registry and your wedding information. It's super, super, super useful. To sign up with Zola and receive a $50 credit towards your registry, go to zola.com/regular. And I am just going to double check that is the code to use, because God knows, Renee and I mess up enough. It is regular. So check it out again. It is to sign up with Zola and receive a $50 credit towards your registry. Go to zola.com/regular. Zola is ZOLA. Is it ZOLA in America?
In America, that is what it is.
But Canada, it's Z.
Yes.
ZOLA. So ZOLA. Zola. And yeah, guys, if you're getting married, congratulations, and use Zola. And let me know how you like it. We can compare stories, because ours was complicated.
As we've established.
As we have established. Okay, now we're back to normal. So thank you, Zola, for sponsoring our episode. Woo! I kept saying Zoella, I think, a couple times, and that is a YouTube vlogger with a life I need.
Oh, okay.
She's the one that lives in the UK who has that nice house.
Oh, right. You always want to show me and go like, "Hey, look at this! Look at this girl's house."
It's
I don't have any context
It's
for it.
beautiful and stunning, and she does makeup tutorials and is a millionaire. I mean, like, in hindsight, I wish I just talked about makeup. I mean, I love makeup. I know so much about it. I went to Montreal this weekend. I did all my friends' makeup.
Did they look good?
They looked amazing. They said I was like acting like a real makeup artist, and I don't know if that was a burn, but I took it as like a real nice thing.
Have you had that? Yeah, I guess it's, makeup artists can be pretty hit and miss. Me
I
being,
love a makeup artist, though. You tell all your secrets to them.
Yeah. Like, I've had makeup artists who I've just been like, ooh, no thank you. But then I've had some that I'm just like, this person's amazing.
And they tell you your skin is how dry?
Very dry. Some of the driest they've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have very dry skin. Even though I moisturize every day, I actually do that.
Here's the thing. Do we want to talk about skincare? I mean, you're on regular, girls. We might as well unpack.
I mean, I don't have much more to say than that.
But I will say that you are a guy who appreciates skincare. Now, you like a cream. You love a face mask. I've never seen you find a face mask you didn't like.
Yeah, if I can have one, if it's here and available to me, I will use it. Do I seek it out in stores? No. Would I think about that kind of thing?
But if
no.
I said to you, I got us some face masks, you'll go, can't wait for Sunday.
Because Sunday is the known face mask day.
Sunday's the decompress day, and you know it.
Yeah.
Don't be cool.
Well, yeah, we have some face masks right now, and we haven't used them.
Well, because you got to go to work. I should preface that we are watching your show in the background, and I see you watching it.
Oh, no, I'm just waiting for it. You actually, okay, let's talk about this. You actually, you being a voice on a podcast, was not all that you were doing this week. You were also doing a little voice on a little sketch that we're doing on the show tonight.
I did
and
voice.
So that's what I'm looking for right now.
I voiced a character on your show tonight, and it was one of my most lovely pleasures of doing.
Yeah.
Pleasures of doing. That's where I'm at tonight.
Yeah. It was a very good pleasure of doing that you did on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to play
it's
a
like one of those
girl.
it's like one of those like quest chat, like those party chat lines.
Are you ready to party tonight?
Hey, are you ready to party tonight? Connect with local singles in your area.
What did your editors think of my my takes?
Were
they making fun of me?
God's honest truth?
Yeah.
A couple people were like, "Whoa, who's that sexy voice?"
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
God's
Elvin
honest
works on
truth.
our show, and Andrew Zwarich too.
They were
was
into
just
it.
Like, yeah, they were like, "Who did you get to do that voice?" I think that they were really hoping it was someone in the office, so they could be like, "Ooh, damn!" Right? But I was like, "It's my wife." They were like, "Oh, cool. Oh, well then, great. That's for great then. Excellent."
I love
It's
that.
like how their mood just changed instantly.
Who's
There's
that
like, yo,
chick?
who's that like?
Oh, she sounds like a really respectable woman.
She's your wife. Oh, fantastic. I support our veterans, sir. It's like that SNL sketch instantly.
With Kyle Mooney.
Yeah.
When I was in Montreal this weekend, we were playing like who's like the saddest celebrity you would sleep with, which is my favorite game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And someone tossed out Kyle Mooney, and I don't know if they tossed it out like, oh, I wouldn't sleep with him. I can't remember, but I openly was like, I would sleep with Kyle Mooney.
You would.
Yeah, I would. I like Kyle Mooney. I would have a good time with him. I'm going to sleep with him.
Yeah, he's too weird for you.
You don't know me and my Mooney, okay?
He's too, I think he's probably too much of a squirrel in real life.
Maybe. He might be. Well, it's interesting that they were into my vibes.
Yeah, they like the voice indeed. Indeed.
Which was so funny because when you, I mean, I don't know if this is interesting for anyone listening, but you were like, hey, can you quickly just like record this on your phone so you can like, we can put it in and like just drop it in and then we'll do a better one later.
So we can cut the piece to this voice and then we'll just.
And I was doing a comedy show and I was like, yeah, no problem. And I literally crouched down into a corner of a dirty bar and was like, hey, I need 5 minutes. And I was like, ain't ready to pray tonight. Like just in the corner of
and
a girl.
People at my work were like, oh my God.
What a beauty.
What a woman.
And I'm crouched down in tight jeans that don't stretch, going like,
yeah.
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 What a good time.
Connect with local singles in your area.
So here's the thing. Renee is on her honeymoon in Hawaii.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
We talked about going there.
We talked about going there, but we went to Mexico.
But you want to know what Hawaii is?
Expensive.
Bit of this.
It's expensive.
I'm doing a money motion with my fingers.
You are doing a money motion. But I'm excited for them. I'm excited to know about the stories. Mm-hmm. But you and I literally went to Mexico with an infinity pool in our hotel room and we were like, we're never leaving.
No, it was amazing.
We didn't leave.
No, we didn't.
I actually ended up watching RuPaul's Drag Race like while the ocean was crashing.
Yep. It was during the middle of the baseball season. I was watching Jay's games too as the sun was going down. As we were having our 5 o'clock margarita.
So at this place that we were staying, they would bring us at 5 o'clock margaritas or a bucket of beer, whatever you wanted. Mm-hmm. We would get jalapeno margaritas.
Yeah.
And then they would bring us guacamole and chips at 5 o'clock.
Just bring it up to your room. Just go, here you go.
Here it is. Enjoy.
Have it. Enjoy. Have a good time. Tip me.
Now, here's the thing.
Tip me.
When we first arrived, I had chosen one of the higher rooms because we had heard that like if you're higher up in the hotel, it's better. So we kind of splurged a bit for the higher room.
We paid a couple extra bucks.
And then we showed up and what did we not get?
We did not get the better room. Although you were the one who noticed it. I walked into our original room, which was like maybe 2 or 3 floors down from where we ended up. I think it was like on floor 2 and we ended up on floor 5. But on floor 2, I was almost like, what are you doing? This room is amazing. Let's just take it. But you were like, no. I get a complimentary tequila.
That's how I knew we were in the wrong room because they said we would get a complimentary tequila.
Yeah. And
you know I'm all about that.
Yeah. And we were promised like a higher up thing. And so you complained. And then the guy
complain nicely, not like we don't complain.
No, we're not.
I have a big bravado here that I'm like, this is crap, but in real life, I rarely complain.
Yeah, but no, yeah, you raised just enough concern. Let's say,
that's a nice way of putting it.
That we got bumped up to the 5th floor, and it was even better. It was even crazier.
We lost our minds when they gave us our actual room.
Yeah,
we had full hats that were complimentary. The room was like stunning. It was huge.
Balcony overlooking
tequila,
the ocean.
And they gave us guacamole and chips because they felt bad.
Yeah, they did.
So we got 2 guacamole and chips that day.
Such small things. Like we're literally spending like all this money to go to a different country and be in this like amazing place overlooking the ocean. And we're just like, and we got 2 guacamoles.
Yeah. Simple pleasures.
Simple. We could have stayed here and just had the guacamole.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, and you won't understand this, but I just realized, or I just found out a new podcast by Caitlin Bristow, who is my favorite bachelorette from the franchise. She's from Canada, and she's got a podcast, and she was talking to one of the Andy Dorfman, who is another bachelorette, and they were having a conversation, and Andy Dorfman loves rich things, and they were asking each other questions of how much have you ever spent on shoes or whatever, and they asked Caitlin how much she'd ever spent on shoes, and she said $50, and then she kept talking about Airwalks, And I was like, I like this girl a whole bunch. Like, I get her.
Airwalks. Those haven't been popular since I was in grade 6.
Exactly. But she was saying how, like, she's like, why would you ever spend money on clothes? And they were talking about what they spend money on.
Mm-hmm.
And Caitlin's like, I will easily, like, she was saying how she had like a group of 6 or 7 friends and she just wanted to be really nice and paid for everyone to have dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an $800 bill. And she's like, I could do it. So I did do it. And I was like, see, that's where I would spend my money.
Mm-hmm.
Where Andy Dorfman was like, they're just going to shit that out. That's going to end up in the toilet. I want to spend like $1,000 on shoes because it'll last me 3 years. And I was like, I would rather spend it on a meal and wine and we have a good time. And that's
Absolutely.
a good memory.
I mean, I was telling you this the other day, just from having, being, like when you do what we do,
let's get it out.
Just let me. You talk all the time. We've heard what you think. Trust me, we have.
Okay.
When you do what we do, it was like, you have money sometimes and then sometimes you just do not, right? And so it's like spending money is like this really big anxiety thing. And I noticed that I have it. Like, I have a steady job now and I'm not worried that I'm going to get fired tomorrow or next month or anything. And I have money coming in and I could, so I went to go buy a pair of winter boots the other day.
It's stressful.
And it was stressful. It
Yeah.
was like, they were like a little over $200 for
Yeah.
like really good winter boots that I absolutely need. And I was justifying it to myself in the store. I was just like, it's okay. You need these. This is a good purchase. This is a good investment. But I'll go out and spend $120 at dinner. No problem.
No problem. But
I won't even think about it. I'll just go like, yeah, whatever.
That was what was interesting in the podcast is like, because I thought, this podcast is going to be garbage. Who cares about it?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually now like fully invested in it because it's like, she's just kind of cool. But the question of like, where do you spend your money, I think is really interesting. Because I used to blow, like when I worked at Dairy Queen, not to brag, but I used to go when I was like 18 and go blow, or like 17, $400 at Old Navy. Because back in the day, that was the jam.
Right.
Just go blow
So many fleece vests.
so many vests. But I would go blow my whole savings. What savings do you have at 16, 17? But I would just go blow my whole paycheck at like on clothes.
Yeah.
But now I really struggle with like today I bought a sweater for $30 and had to send the picture to like 5 people to justify the $30 purchase. But I'll buy a round of drinks, no problem.
Yeah.
But I think I would rather put my money in like a memory, in a good time, than like a shoe.
Absolutely. I don't like buying things. I don't like having things.
But I do like to have nice things. That's
Absolutely.
the thing. Now in my 30s, I want fewer things, but nicer things.
Yeah, but I would I would much rather I will not worry at all about spending my money at a restaurant or going out or
Yeah.
even going to the movies. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
So we like entertainment. That's where we're going to put our money.
Yeah.
But we need to start putting our money on vacations.
See, that's a big one
Renee
too, because
and
those
John.
are even more.
I know.
That's like,
but where are we
that's
planning?
like multiple pairs of boots.
What are we planning? We're planning on a 1920s Victorian era ring and Paris and Iceland.
Right. On the way.
That's our manifestation.
You're manifesting the ring.
Yeah, we all are. All the listeners listening are also manifesting me to get this gorgeous, stunning ring for being just a nice wife.
You keep saying nice wife. Nice wife.
Nice wife.
Nice wife.
I said, I was talking to my mom, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to convince Brendan to get me this ring. And I was telling him I'm a bit of a nice wife. And she's like, but don't you need winter tires?
Exactly. That's where we're at, Stace. See, you're looking at rings. I'm looking at tires from your uncle.
Tires from your uncle. The memoir for the
so
ages.
He's hooking us up with tires.
Is there a topic that you want to cover? I mean, we've just been doing classic mixed bags. I've really been enjoying it, but I'm just saying, like, I always kind of present you with topics, and I'm like, you need to answer. But is there anything you feel like the regular girls audience needs to hear?
Just that I found out that there's a really great Black Friday deal on comic books.
Yeah.
And I found that out this morning. So if you are an online reader of comic books,
yes, which we
Comixology
have.
right now has insane deals on things are going for like 70% off.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And it's like, buying multiple comic books can sometimes add up.
Now, what's crazy is like, you had that short-lived podcast on my website, which is getting revamped for December.
Okay.
What was it called?
It's called Live from Your Pocket.
People liked it.
I know.
They liked your one episode.
Absolutely. I enjoyed doing it too.
Are we going to be bringing that back?
Maybe. Maybe we get some thoughts swirling around.
Do we have thoughts?
I think we could have some thoughts. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Sure.
I want to also preface, we are recording this later, which I said, but also I was like, let's just sit in the living room as we just bought a shag rug because we're cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to sit on the
It's
shag
like
rug.
it's my most favorite thing that we own now.
Yeah. So we have a shag rug. And it's nice from IKEA. And you were just like, I'm just going to sit on the couch and just hold the mic.
Well, I don't like sitting on the floor.
Yes.
Because I'm not that flexible. I can't really sit cross-legged very well. And so just sitting on the floor always is super uncomfortable to me. So I'm just going to lounge, but I'm just lounging back on the couch right now. Holding onto the mic.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? And now that you're on the pod, I'm going to ask you about this. And I think we've talked about this before, but I was getting some blowback from crystals, from believing in the crystal, putting vibes into the crystals, and Reiki. And recently, our
Who are you
lovely
getting blowback from?
just people who were like, oh, I think it's kind of funny. But recently, our lovely, wonderful, most talented Reiki woman, Sarah Shook, which if you're in the LA area, go on her website, book an appointment. She's incredible.
It's out.
The things that she has told both you and I, a few things have started to unfold and happen.
Have we not talked about this on the podcast?
I don't know
Together?
that we have. I just don't know that we have. And also we're watching to see, is this it?
Yeah, you're
shall we
coming
pause?
up here.
Shall we pause and watch? No, it's a commercial break.
No, were you
really?
At a commercial break, yeah.
You're hearing a commercial break, you guys. This is a commercial break. All right, so the thing just aired
And
on
you'll link to
TSN.
it. Yeah, you'll link to it. It's gonna
I'll
be
link
out in
to
like
it.
an hour, essentially.
It's so dumb and silly.
Oh, it's the dumbest bit in the world. Yeah, we only do the dumbest stuff.
I mean, watch it. We only do the dumbest stuff.
Sports Center with Jay and Dan. We only do the dumbest stuff.
Cool.
That is pretty much true.
It's a great show. Anyways, let's carry on. But we were talking about Sarah Shook and how stuff is happening.
Yep.
She predicted this job that you have.
Yes, she predicted this job, and then she also predicted I'm covering events for the show, so I get to go to I'm going to the Grey Cup, which is our version of the Super Bowl tomorrow and stuff, and I'm going around to all these really awesome sporting events for the next year and kind of doing my own on-air pieces for them. And she predicted that because she did a reading with me, and she's like, you're going to make this video and you got to keep it really short.
Yeah.
But you show it to someone and then they give you this job and all of a sudden you get to go around and do something. And she's like, and it's with sports and it's short and it's funny. And this aspect of the job was not even on the table, didn't even know it possibly existed at the time. And then literally a month later, I got this call being like, hey, do you want to do this thing?
That's crazy.
Can you put together this tape, though? They're like, we need to see you on tape first.
Yeah, we filmed it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She predicted you just won an award.
I did.
You won an award at the Austin
Short film?
Comedy Short Film Festival.
I think it was the Austin Short Film Festival.
Okay.
Maybe it was comedy.
I think it was the comedy one.
Well, either way, I won Best Supporting Actress.
And what did she say? Let's go to happen.
She said I was going to win an award.
Yes, she said you were going to win a small award. She was like, it's not going to change your life, but
Yeah.
it is going to give you
Validation. For a great short film that I was a part of with great people that I
very great
adore
short
to
film.
this day.
It's a very nice film.
I'm just saying, Sarah Shook, I believe in the power of Reiki.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And crystals. I mean, when we bought those crystals, we got that job, which was incredible.
Yeah,
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
We wrote for.
things have kind of
Canadian.
changed. We were kind of in this rut for a bit, and then all of a sudden we got these crystals, and since then things have kind of been ticking upwards slowly.
And here's the thing, and I'll call it out.
Call it.
We bought your sister Lauren some crystals for Christmas.
Yep.
And she was not loving them at first.
Well, she thought it was. I think she was a little embarrassed because my parents were
She
like,
listens to this
"What
pod.
is this?"
So
Yeah.
we're basically just talking to Lauren right now, very specifically.
Yeah, she was a little bit like, "What is this?"
What are these?
Yeah.
I was very confident behind the crystal purchases.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who's now into the crystals? Lauren.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And have they been a positive effect for her? We don't know.
We don't know, but we will. I will get an active crystal update because she's coming into town. So I'm going to ask her about the crystals.
Yeah. And see what's going on. See if she's still using them. If she's putting them in the right place in her apartment.
I mean,
has she charged them in the moonlight?
you have to charge them in the moonlight.
Has she howled at them?
Okay, Brendan.
Okay, Renee.
You charge them in the moonlight or the sunlight. Or the sunlight.
I didn't know you could charge them in the sunlight. I thought it had to be in the moonlight.
You know, you read different things. You know what I really screwed up on is I didn't charge them in the eclipse.
Is that like going to supercharge them?
Yeah, of course it will. Of
Interesting.
course it will.
Interesting.
Absolutely interesting. But yeah, so I'm interested that when I gave you the floor to give us a topic, you instantly went to comics.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, you know, it's what I'm interested in. And it's what I was literally figuring out this morning because I have to go on a plane. And I was like, well, I'm gonna take advantage of you ever taken advantage of a Black Friday deal?
Oh, absolutely.
I was going to use that to segue into a larger topic about Black Friday in general because that's on the horizon here.
Well, let's talk about Black Friday, but first, can I talk about our next sponsor?
Absolutely.
This sponsor I'm literally wearing on my feet right now. And I've been socks. And I've been waiting to talk about this sponsor because they're cool as all hell. This is a sock club, which I'm a part of, and I am just madly in love with. This holiday season is right around the corner, and Sock Club is delivering the perfect gift experience. Remind your loved ones that you care each month with quality American-made socks. The socks are sent straight to your door, featuring different designs and a personal note every month that can be customized before each shipment. I will tell you, I have been receiving Sock Club for the last 2 months. These socks are incredible. The packaging is unbelievable. They come with a wax seal. You feel like a true queen. And I get compliments on them all the time, including tonight when people saw my socks and were like, what is the deal with them? And I was
they are nice. I've been enjoying them too. I really like them.
They're cool as all hell. And for someone who likes maybe a skinny jean, you cuff them up a little bit. You show a little bit of the sock. People are like, what's going on? And you're like, it's freaking Sock Club.
Heck yes.
Heck yes. So the points of Sock Club, let me go through them. Fresh, modern, classic designs. They're made in the USA. Men's, women's, and children's sizes are available. They are delivered once a month in incredible packaging. Personalized letter explaining each story behind each sock. Gift subscriptions available, so you can give this to a loved one, which Brendan has been eyeing them, so I feel like you would enjoy this. Updatable gift message each month. Free shipping anywhere in the USA. Package or month-to-month subscriptions are available. Awesome.
Perfect.
So I'm telling you guys, like, I hate socks.
And nobody likes buying them either.
No one likes buying socks. And I will tell you, every time I open them, the last 2 times I've opened them has been with your family. And they're like, what sock is it this month? And they're awesome. So if you go to sockclub.com. Jeez Louise. Go to sockclub.com/girls. You will get 15% off using our discount code GIRLS at checkout. That is sockclub.com/girls. Give a little reminder of your love every month. Give Sock Club. I can't recommend this enough. I feel like it's like, you wouldn't think to give that to somebody like a Sock Club, but I will tell you, I reach for these all the time. And I'm not just saying that. You know this for real.
When they show up, it's exciting.
The packaging is unbelievable. It's like real fancy, a real nice time.
They got one of those like little Game of Thrones type stamps on it and stuff too. Remember
a wax seal.
When they wax?
Yeah.
And then they stab the sigil in there so you know it's actually from Tywin Lannister.
There is a sigil in there. And they're really nice. I am wearing currently, and this is literally no joke, the winter, the holiday version.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to, they say it's supposed to mimic a quilt.
And it kind of does, but I'll also say this. It's not too seasonal that you couldn't wear that at any time.
No, it's not seasonal at all. That's what's really smart about it. They're like, this is like semi-inspired by the month, but literally I can wear these constantly. The colors are awesome. I wore them, like I said, with jeans and cuffed them up and got some compliments today.
I am wearing an uncomfortable Hanes black sock right now.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to get you Sock Club.
Sock Club.
Sock Club. No, Sock Club.
Yep.
Said
Wait,
it.
Did you just say sock club again?
Sock
Sock.
club.
Ka-ka-ka.
Yes. I like a nice sock. Now that we're back in Canada, we're now, embracing ourselves. Or embracing. What is happening to my brain? Bracing ourselves for the winter.
Yeah, it's going
Is
to be...
this content? Is it okay?
How is this going so far? You haven't asked me how this is going yet.
No, I haven't. Because, I mean, you're sort of like an old timer now on the pod.
Yeah. Super embracing for winter. Gearing up for that. I am terrified. It's currently happening.
It's cold.
Somehow, it's cold. Somehow got to get through this.
I spent the weekend in Montreal, and it was stunning, but it was like...
Even colder. Montreal's a really cold place.
Montreal was very cold, and it was snowing and raining, and it was so cold, and I'm terrified for winter as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you also saw a French drag show.
I did see a French drag show. Thank you for reminding me.
You saw a Quebecois French drag show.
Quebecois, huh? It was awesome. You know what's crazy? So we decided to go to this drag show. And like, we were so stoked for it, looking forward to it all weekend. We're like, Saturday night, we're going to this drag show.
Right.
We all get dressed. We all do our things, feel sassy. We all get dressed up. And then we get there and we realize, oh, this thing is going to be in French.
Right.
What an idiot that I didn't assume. You forget that in Montreal, because you're paying.
Camp is not in French. The camp is universal.
The camp is universal. Hell yeah. But what was crazy is, and I'm such an idiot. You're like paying in Canadian money and it's all the same. And then you're like, but it's not. They're speaking in French. And the music choices were like so dated. It was like early 2000 and like 4 music.
But isn't that like... And I don't know anything, right? But isn't that par for the course?
Not really.
Are drag queens really doing current music? Because I don't think that they are.
They are doing
really?
Current day music. Yes.
A lot of it?
Yes.
See, I thought it would be more classics. I thought it would be more vintagey, more...
But this wasn't... Oh, one girl, one drag queen did Let's Get Physical. Classic. Mm-hmm. Let's Get Physical. Had a big tattoo on their butt. Couldn't make out what the tattoo was, but there was a very large, substantial tat on the old buttocks.
What was the shape?
We couldn't make out what it was.
But what was the shape?
Couldn't tell you. It was a big kind of maybe circle,
big?
maybe oval.
How much did it cover?
Like 2 fistful.
On one cheek.
One cheek. Big, substantial tat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it could have been... So was it long?
Yeah, I don't know. It could
have been like a giraffe's neck.
Could have been a dragon. Could have been rose and thorns. Could have been, a multitude of things. A shield, a family shield.
Could have been American traditional.
Absolutely.
Could have been watercolor.
Could have been watercolor. It wasn't watercolor. It was black and white for sure. A little known fact. I don't know.
Lines, solid gradation.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm
we love
sure
Ink
we have a new season of Ink Master.
Here's the thing about Brendan and I. We love Ink Master.
Yeah, we don't have tattoos. I will never get a tattoo.
Yeah, I think I'll get a few.
But love that show.
We love that show, and we have turned a few friends onto Ink Master. If you're listening to this and laughing at us, I dare you to watch a few episodes of Ink Master
and not get in, and then all of a sudden feel like you are an expert on tattoos.
Absolutely.
Going like, nah, that's jacked. Nah, you can't be wearing that around. That face is jacked. That hand is jacked. Proportions are out of. You can't drag a solid line.
Yeah, highly recommend. Recommend that you listen to us and watch Ink Master.
Yeah.
Our friend Glenn, who I talk about often on this pod, is one of the funniest people alive, in my opinion. We got him onto Ink Master. Oh, no, was he into it already?
No, he wasn't. We had to get him into it.
And he is an aficionado on good television.
Yeah, he's in now. He likes reality television a lot.
Yes, although I was talking to him recently, and he's unsure about this season of The Bachelor coming up. Ari.
Oh, the weird guy that everyone was not into.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Does a weird bachelor make a bad season? Isn't it really more about the bachelorettes and their drama and stuff? Because you could have a boring bachelor and still have a good season. What if you had a weird bachelor?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think people are getting a bit tired. I mean, like, I have been complaining, as you are well aware, And you do not even want to talk about this. And I don't want to talk about this either. But Wells, who is the bartender from Bachelor in Paradise.
You do want to talk about this. This is the thing that you said before the podcast that you were going to bring up instantly. You were going to jump right into it because you were obsessed with it. So let's not even pretend like you don't want to bring this up.
I have shown you some of their videos and you are over it.
Well, it's because it's like...
Can I just... Okay, so let me
can I say something?
Can I give preface so people know what we're talking about?
Absolutely.
So right now, Wells Adams, who is a Bachelor contestant. He wasn't the Bachelor, but he was like a contestant on The Bachelorette. And he's a radio host from Nashville. And he was the bartender on Bachelor in Paradise.
He took over the bartending position this season.
Yes. And people were into him, and he's very swoon-worthy, and I was very much a fan. I follow him on Instagram. He has started dating the older daughter, Sarah Hyland, from Modern Family. And it is so barf-tastic, the pomp and circumstance that is now his Instagram and her Instagram. It's like unbelievable to the point of complete annoyance.
Like, we all know
Yeah.
that these relationships are set up by publicists.
You think this is set up by publicists?
Why wouldn't it be?
What are you? This is a huge scoop if this is true.
Huge if true. This is me totally speculating. I don't know anything about this relationship.
This podcast is all about speculation.
I don't know anything about these people.
You think anyone's coming here for fact?
For some reason, first of all, Wells got that publicist.
Yes.
And that publicist is hooked this up somehow.
Absolutely.
Because and I don't even fault him for it because he is a nobody. He is literally nobody. And all of a sudden now he's sitting courtside of the Lakers game with the girl from Modern Family, and he's going like, yeah, look at me, I'm Wells, I'm having a great time. He's raising his profile.
He has said on an Instagram, and I hate that I've even absorbed this information, he has said like she's the one. And I'm like, there's no way.
Until the next season. He's going to go back. He's trying to probably set himself up to become the next Bachelor.
Oh my God, I didn't even think. But he's going to get heartbroken, and then he's going to become the new Bachelor.
100%. He's going to be like, I was trying to play the Hollywood game. I got sucked into it, and now I don't know. Now I'm just trying to find someone who's real.
Because here's the thing that's crazy is like all of a sudden, okay, so she is on Modern Family making tons of dough. She probably makes so much money. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. She's looking at Wells, the bartender from Bachelor in Paradise. They are not in the same circle.
See, I think he's got the publicist, but then maybe she's just a fan.
She is a fan of The Bachelor.
Right?
A known fan.
Well, most people are. Like, a lot of people are. It's not weird.
I would date him. I'm not above it, but I'm just saying it's crazy that she is dating him. And it's weird, and I'm not into it.
Yeah, it's stupid, and it's gonna last for, I don't know. It's already on the clock. It's like got 3 weeks left tops.
I did do a poll on my Instagram, will it last? And I will say 78% said no.
Yeah, of course, because it won't. What do you mean last?
But it's just so crazy how
Hollywood, nothing lasts.
I know, but the thing that's crazy to me about it is like they're just like full tilt into it. Like we're together and we Instagram together or whatever, but we're not like forever. No, like we're not. It's like it's so much. It's so thick. I can't even deal.
Right, but I don't think that we're the baseline for that because
we're certainly
we
not
go
the
the opposite way where we go like just keep it to yourselves. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that we're the normal.
And I'm not judging, but it's just like I am judging. It's so thick with Wells and this Sarah Hyland girl. I can't even handle. They were on a helicopter yesterday.
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
And then he made an Arnold.
Yeah, they're doing too many things. There's too many events.
And he did an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression in the helicopter, and then she laughed like a fake cackle laugh. And he was like, that's a fake laugh. And then the story ended. And I thought that was very funny. Like, he was almost like, stop. That's so, because she was like,
he's trying to make himself seem fun and funny, but he isn't.
He's
just some guy whose name is Wells.
He went to the chopper. Like, gross. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not a funny joke.
Oh my God, if you ever did an impression like while we were like still fresh dating, like scoping each other out dating, and you did an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, we would be done. What a buzzkill.
Absolutely.
Anyone who does like impressions. You know what I mean? Like, cause I was saying this the other day, like, oh, you think impressions are cool? Like, I guess in your mind, you're like, oh, that person does a lot of impressions. But someone who can do impressions, they're a creep.
Yeah.
Like a full creep.
They spent a lot of time thinking about it.
It's weird.
And standing in a room doing it.
I had someone do an impression at me last week.
Of who? You?
No. What would that even be like? Don't, you know what? I'm not even going to give you the platform. I was at a show tonight, actually, and was laughing or in earnest, which, you know, my laugh has evolved into like a Roseanne-esque cackle.
Yeah. Well, you've always kind of had the cackle.
Yeah.
But you like on this podcast, you've added the
I don't even know what that means.
You go up.
Right.
You laugh and go up.
First
you know
of all,
what would be really great?
It's insulting.
If one of your listeners could do a super cut of you laughing, just so you could hear the ha ha, because it'd be like, there it is. See, you go up. You go up at the end. I would love to hear a super cut of
First
that.
of all,
if you feel like it's a waste of your time, don't do it. But if that's something you're into, let's have it.
my insane cackle.
Yeah. Let's have a super cut of it.
My thing is, like, when I laugh insanely, where I like clap my hands, I slap my leg. Like, I'm so happy to be laughing. I love a good laugh. I love nothing more.
You laugh at the fact that you're laughing.
I have made myself laugh more by hearing my own laugh.
Right.
It's not out of narcissism. I just
Although
love...
that's the most narcissistic thing you could say.
No.
Well, the thing that makes me laugh the most, hearing myself laugh.
No.
Course.
That's not what makes me laugh the most. But I love to laugh so much. I find so much joy in it.
Right.
Like, there was this press photo that Brendan will understand, but this is out of context, I'm sure. But it was the Great Canadian Bake Off, or was it the Great British Bake Show, or one of them?
The Great British Bake Off.
And the newest cast was released, and the press photo is the most odd image I've ever seen.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of nice British people, and then the guy from the Mighty Boosh.
The Mighty Boosh. And
just
it
in
kills
the middle
me.
there.
And it kills me, and to this day...
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
He's terrifying.
It's scary. It's odd. I don't understand what's happening. It made me laugh so hard. Remember that? I was laughing so hard.
I would just send it to you. I would text it to you sometimes in the other room so you would see it, and then you would just start cackling.
And half the first of all, it was just so terrifying that I would laugh so much, but also, like, there's nothing better than a good cackle.
That would be a really good thumbnail for this podcast when you post
There's a lot
this.
of thumbnails. The ring.
No, not the
This
ring.
photo. Not the ring, because you don't want to be reminded that you need to buy me this ring.
I just don't need to be reminded. Yes, you're right.
Is this content? Do people care? I have no
content?
idea.
Is it content?
Speaking of content, I'd like to talk about our next sponsor. This is a great episode. We got a bunch of sponsors.
Love it.
This is amazing. Simple Contacts. What is Simple Contacts, you guys? Simple Contacts is a super convenient way to renew your contact lens prescription and reorder your contacts from anywhere in minutes. All you have to do is you take a 5-minute vision test from your phone or computer. It's carefully reviewed by a licensed doctor. You receive a renewed prescription and order your brand of lenses. They have all the brands you're familiar with at great prices, making vision care simple, accessible, and affordable. So Simple Contacts is a convenient way to renew your contact lens prescription and reorder your brand of contacts from anywhere, guys and gals. So Simple Contacts offers convenience. With Simple Contacts, you never have to leave your home to get your prescription renewed, which is super freaking annoying when you have to do that.
Yeah, you hate that.
I hate that. What a nightmare. Or so you can be in your home. You can order your prescription, get your contacts. No more doctor's offices or waiting rooms, which, I mean... I hate waiting rooms.
You hate waiting of any kind.
I'm not patient. The speed of it, for someone, if you're like me, who is not patient, the vision test is self-guided and takes only 5 minutes. Think of how much time you save compared with booking an appointment. You have to freaking call, and then you have to wait for the appointment, and then you have to get to the eye doctor, and it's winter, and you're cold, and you've got to put on your boots. It takes time away from other responsibilities, like buying your white wine, buying the spritzer, adding it together, finding the lime. Safety. They have a licensed ophthalmologist review every exam carefully to make sure your eyes look healthy and that your vision hasn't changed from your prior prescription. You also have choice. Simple Contacts offers all the brand of lenses you're familiar with, including options for astigmatism, which I have, multifocal lenses, colored lenses, and more. And also, the most important one, savings. The exam is only $30. Compare that to an appointment without insurance that could cost you over $150. So standard shipping is free, contacts are priced competitively, and best of all, Simple Contacts is offering a promotion to our regular girl listeners. So how it works, to get started, ready to skip an office visit, the online prescription renewal takes 5 minutes, like I said, to complete using your computer camera and microphone to capture the same info as an office visit. The prescription renewal test qualification, either upload your current prescription or you can take the test. Services most people in most states. Check to see if you are a candidate by answering a couple of questions to qualify. And then you take the test. You'll record your eyes up close and read a visual chart, just like in the doctor's office. The test is recorded and reviewed by a physician in your state. Isn't that crazy how technology has advanced?
Technology is one of the finest things that has happened to us.
Crazy. So Simple Contacts. You go onto your phone, you get your eye test done on your phone, and they're like, here's your contact lenses.
Yeah.
That's insane. So Simple Contacts, easy, breezy. Use your phone, get your prescription in the comfort of your own home. Insane. So if you guys go to simplecontacts.com, I literally lost my brain there for a second. So you will get $30 off your contact lenses if you go to simplecontacts.com/regular and enter our code at the checkout. I will have a disclaimer here that this obviously isn't a replacement for your periodic full eye health exam, which you need to do. You need to get those dilated pupils. Have you ever had that?
No, I haven't.
It's crazy. They dilate your pupils. You sit there. What's happening?
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt at all. But like your eyes go like crazy.
Right.
So you need to do that. Like, this doesn't replace it, but it does keep you on track. Like just to make sure.
It's like it's a maintenance.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? It also says if the podcast episode is posting in November or December, let everyone know that expiring HSA insurance dollars can be used by the end of the year. But that's insurance. That's insurance talk. Mm-hmm. So this is the time. So again, if you go to simplecontacts.com/regular and enter our code at the checkout, you will receive $30 off. I'm going to say this again because I just want to make sure. I want to make sure everything is correct and perfect and wonderful. Let's go here. So the URL is simplecontacts.com/regular with our promo code regular. So again, simplecontacts.com/regular, promo code regular. You will receive, what will you receive? $30 off your contact lenses. That makes sense?
Makes sense.
Lovely. Let's move on. That was a lot of information.
Oh, there's tons there, yeah. But it's your eyes. There should be a lot of information about your eyes.
They are your eyes, and so there should be a lot of information. Wiser words have never been spoken.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You know what's crazy? So I started as a joke saying thank you, like as a joke.
And now you say it.
Now I say it.
Because the things that you parody, you become.
Isn't that crazy?
And that's just the way it works, and it's true.
I remember in university, I had this voice class, and we had to pick voices to study. So you had to pick like an accent. Mm-hmm. And then you had to do like a full-blown study on it and like how people act with those accents and what the demographic is like and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And so people were going like really deep, right? And you know me, I don't want to do the work. What were you laughing at?
Because this is going to be a story about how you just didn't do the work and then you just said, I'm from Barrie.
Well, close. No, I said I was from like the Midwest. So I really studied like Midwestern, like Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We're going to the car.
Yeah.
Going to the bar.
Hard R,
which I already really have from living in Ontario.
Yep.
Northern Ontario. Mm-hmm. And so I really focused on like Minnesota, I think, like Fargo. Oh my God, like.
Yeah.
And we had to like do like deep dive study into it. And I got stuck in a Minnesota accent and people thought I was like putting it on. But once you get into that hard R, it's real comfortable.
Yep.
For me, at least.
Yeah. And you can get stuck in an American accent and stuff too.
Yeah. Well, I don't do American well at all. Never have,
never will. You did this piece for us. And I noticed that you, in Canada, people say Ottawa, but you said Ottawa.
Like American.
Yeah. You went like AH, like Ottawa fans.
How do people say it?
Ottawa.
Ottawa?
Ottawa.
What am I saying? Ottawa. Ottawa.
Yeah. It's like a wide, like Americans all about like widening your mouth out, being as wide as possible.
Right.
It feels like. Whereas Canada's all about like eating your words and then just talking like without opening your mouth very much. And talking really in the very front of your lips.
Interesting.
That's what I've just noticed from, I have not studied it at all.
Being in LA, I think I've developed a vocal fry.
Oh, definitely.
Brendan.
We've talked about this before. Don't act shocked.
That I have a vocal fry.
Yeah.
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 And people have started to say, friends of mine in Montreal, that sometimes they'll listen to the pod and Renee and I sound the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know what's crazy about thank you is that I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars, and Tatiana was one of the contestants.
Get out of town.
Get out of town. I won't. Same parts. And she, one of her taglines is thank you. And so I started doing that as a joke, but like then it just kind of stuck, and then I enjoyed saying it, and now I go thank you.
Well, yeah, Jane Dan, the host of the show that we do, me and my buddy Norm, who writes on the show, we kept saying, yeah, you're going to do that? Because like they did that all the time, and we kind of thought it was dumb.
And now you guys all do
And
it.
now we just do it for real.
Yeah.
Like we were doing it almost to like make fun in a certain way of just going like, yeah, they do this thing, but then we just picked it up straight up.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens. But I mean, I feel like that's fine on your end, but someone going, a 31-year-old woman going, thank you, is annoying beyond belief.
Well, it's also annoying to go like, you gonna keep talking like that?
Yeah, it's really stupid.
Yeah, it's fun to start doing. If you start doing it, you'd get into it.
I don't think I will.
It's fun to do.
I don't think I will.
Because it's fun to go up and then drop it.
You're going to listen to this back, or maybe you...
I won't listen to this back. That's a virtual certainty.
You get so sassy when you're on the pod.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
He's just sipping white wine.
Yeah.
You know, this is the drawback from Renee and I not living in like the same area.
Living together.
Not living together. No, I was going to say
Not living together in a one-bedroom apartment.
No, I wish we did, but but not living in the same area, because I feel like we would have just recorded this weekly over wine and it getting real messy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm going to manifest
That's
though?
when the secrets come out.
That's in the secrets. Although we reveal quite a bunch on this pod. I'm trying to manifest, because you know it's crazy. In 2 weeks, we're hitting 1 year. That's kind of nuts.
That's a lot of podcasts.
It's a lot of podcasts, and we're trying to think of how to celebrate. Do you have any suggestions?
Um,
Flying to Vegas, watching the Backstreet Boys. But there's drama about the Backstreet Boys.
Oh right, yeah, I saw that.
Pervs be pervin.
Yep, definitely.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen.
We won't even. I mean, we're near the end. I'll talk about it with Renee.
Yeah, no, I don't really want to get into it either. It's just, we've been talking about it. You guys have been talking about it.
It's depressing and sad. Anyways, but what do you think? How do you feel like Renee and I should celebrate? Knowing Renee and knowing myself, what do you think the best way is to celebrate regular girls turning 1, which is crazy?
It'd be great. Remember when you guys did like you were going to do like your Christmas playlist or something? You should do a 1 year playlist.
We really should. And you know what?
Because you both like music in different ways.
Renee likes good music.
Oh,
She does.
well, she likes a lot of Oasis, so I'm not.
Wow. And you heard it here first.
Sure.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, but no, you guys have these eclectic tastes.
Yep.
In culture,
very
and
poppy,
it'd be fun to just blow it out and go like, "Hey, this is the 1 year mix."
People are saying merch too.
Oh, merch would be great.
Fanny pack.
Yep, fanny pack, a wine cooler.
Do they have wine coolers? Not like a cooler that's like a cooler. Like I mean like a beer cozy.
Yeah,
But for
a
wine.
bottle.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that would be great. No one would ever use it because no one was trying to declass their wine.
I would.
You
I
would
would-
put like a cozy over a bottle of wine.
I wouldn't even
even though
think,
that it probably isn't doing anything.
I wouldn't even think twice.
All right, well then a cozy.
Maybe a wine cozy. You know what's crazy? I feel like I've been saying that all night. So I was listening to Caitlin Bristow's podcast. I'm not saying it correctly. It's late. And they were saying that when they were on The Bachelor, Andy Dorfman and her were saying when they were both the Bachelorettes.
God, you got so many Dorfman scoops.
Well, I was just listening to the podcast, and they were both. But what's crazy is they were both comparing their times as the Bachelorette, which I think is so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Dorfman took them for all they were worth. Every time she was at the airport, she made them buy a bunch of Kiehl's products or whatever she was shopping at the airport. She was like, "Yeah, you'll buy that for me." And then she would rack up all these spa days. They get $600 facials and do whatever. And then Caitlin, who's Canadian, and this is why I bring up being Canadian, she was like, oh, I was just happy to be there. Like, she didn't think to ask for stuff.
She didn't assume that things were going to, and that's a big
Canadian thing.
That's a big Canadian thing is you're happy to be there. You're not going to ask for anything because you know that this is going to go away in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And if you're a problem, maybe you'll go away.
Absolutely. And Dorfman's like, no, you'll buy me all these Kiehl's products.
Yeah.
And you'll get me a $600 facial.
Yeah.
And like on the pod, Caitlin's like, you're like, hey, Dorfman, you wrote 2 books. Like things are going good. And Dorfman's like, I don't know, like whatever. But I was like, it's such a Canadian versus non-Canadian vibe.
Yeah, that is absolutely.
Because like Canadians
people
are just like, whoa, cool, man.
Yeah, and people here are afraid to ask for things. They're afraid to feel like they deserve certain things.
Totally.
Because we come from, kind of a socialist society where...
okay, we're getting heavy now.
It's not that heavy. The second I want to talk about something, you're like, okay, yeah.
No, I think it's great. This is a real argument.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Can you spit it out? Oh, yeah, that.
Okay.
But we'll sit here and talk about Andy Dorfman's podcast for forever. Yeah, no, we come from like this sort of this like socialist, like everyone is equal type society. Yeah. And if you stand out a little bit, then people start disliking you.
Freak out.
But in the States, that's all they know. All they know is greatness. Is that person great?
Yeah.
How good are they?
And we're not like
is this the finest?
Yeah, we're not poo-pooing on the States. It's just an interesting.
It's just that having lived in both places, it's a very interesting cultural difference.
Absolutely, and it was crazy, and that's why I feel silly bringing up this Dorfman pod, but and I should say it's the Bristow pod, but yeah, it was crazy. Like, I highly suggest if you're a Bachelor fan or just a fan of this pod and you haven't checked out that podcast, to check it out, because she's just like. Yeah, like and her boyfriend Sean, who they're engaged, because that's when she picked from her season. I guess he's a personal trainer now and wants to like do an Ironman or has done an Ironman, and it really pisses her off that he eats so healthy. But she's super thin. But she talks about like just wanting to drink wine and eat pizza in bed and just be gross around him because he doesn't eat anything bad. And I was like, I can get behind this girl. And I was like, she's Canadian. I get it. What?
I just love how I was like, I'm going to talk about the cultural differences between the Canada and the U.S. And you're like, oh, yeah, we're going here. And then you can just rattle off.
About what?
All about Dorfman's husband and his struggles with the Ironman.
No, because she was saying on the podcast, like her fiance is like an Ironman athlete. And she's like, oh, but he doesn't eat pizza and it's really freaking annoying.
Right.
And I was like, I'm into this.
Yeah.
You don't care about anything I've just said.
About that podcast, listen, in all honesty, I am probably not going to check it out.
I never asked you to. I'm talking to my listeners who I care about so deeply. Not you. But we're coming near the end of it. How do you think it went?
I think it went great.
It was a bit of a looser vibe. I hope people enjoyed it.
Listen, this was a late night chat. I'm never usually home at this time of night. This is really nice for me to be home right now.
You're home late, and this is like 1 a.m, and so we're a little like cuckoo in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say to end it, is there any pop culture story? Because we're a big pop culture, celebrity, crystals, blah, blah cast. Mm-hmm. Is there anything pop culture that you would like to talk about near the end?
I don't know that there's anything pop culture that's standing out to me right now. I'm really having a hard time with Twitter. With the two was it 280? No, not with the 280. Just with an over inundation of political news. I think.
Well, that's a whole.
It's a difficult thing, and it's seeping into literally everything. So, like now we're, it's even creeping into sports and stuff, and there's just no
right
real place where you can get away from that kind of a thing. And then pop culture wise, I feel like I've been largely unimpressed with pop culture recently. Movies, not great.
Yeah, we saw Thor.
Yeah. I haven't been really all that interested in checking out too many television shows of late either. A couple things on the list, but nothing I'm just like, man, gotta watch that.
Well, I will say.
Oh, I might say that we are we're in peak TV, but I feel like we're in a downtime for pop culture right now. Honestly, I don't feel like there's a lot of good stuff out there. There's not much good stuff out.
To end it, I will say, Liam Hemsworth surprises Miley Cyrus with custom necklace of his name for her 25th birthday.
I rest my case.
I'm just saying, when your lover says, "I want some jewelry," you buy them a 1920s Victorian ring.
Absolutely.
Well, Brendan, on that.
And when I survive the Hunger Games, you will have all of the rings.
Brendan, I hope this was fun for you as it was for me.
I had a great time.
I hope everyone enjoyed it. This was sort of a low-key pod, and I hope you had a good time. We did. We had some white wine. We had some fun times. Mm-hmm. Keep your suggestions coming for our 1-year celebration. We will try and do all of them. We did not get into South by Southwest. We got the notification this week. But we'll keep plugging along.
Next year.
I wanted to give a shout out, and we will do this again with Renee. We have a bunch of new listeners to the pod, which is super freaking exciting.
Oh,
welcome. Great. Yeah, welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here and enjoying it. And thank you for tweeting and Instagramming and posting and sharing. We see it. We love it. And keep it coming. And if you think a friend will love this pod, share it with that friend.
And I am looking forward to that supercut of Stacey's laugh.
I am too, to be quite honest. But again, if you're new to the pod, we have one simple rule: no pervs. No pervs now or ever.
Words to live by.
Words to live by. So, Brendan, where can they find you, as I always ask? At Brendo Halloran, Twitter.
Not tweeting that much these days. Don't find it to be a fun platform, but you can find me on Instagram too. Brendo Halloran also.
Yes.
Having a little bit more fun with Instagram than I am with Twitter these days.
And ain't it the truth? But we will be back next week with Renee after her lovely, lovely honeymoon. I hope you are having fun, Renee. I am freezing my ass off here, and I want to say thanks.
I want to
say thanks.
It's late.
It's late. I want to say thanks to our sponsors for the pod, which is Zola, Sock Club, and Simple Contacts. It means so much that you guys wanted to sponsor us, and we are so happy that you are here and part of Regular Girls. So, any last words, Brendan? Perfect.
Woo,
cool
right?
Ghost. I love the
That's
ghost.
what you guys do at the end,
I love the ghost. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.